everyone, this is Diane. I've had a few people ask me how I made this card, this little Dracula Beware card, and so I thought I'd just do a quick little, well, I'm going to do a second card. I'm going to repeat this one again. So this is done with my Cricut. Everything was done with the Cricut. The Dracula is actually on pumpkin carvings, and it's this cut right here. And the word Beware is on October 31st, and it's down here, and it cuts out in that really spooky little font, so that's pretty cute. I cut out one out of white, and then I cut a second one out of red because I needed the bow and the teeth and this part of the little cape. So those are the two. I don't need any more of this, so I'm going to pitch that one. And if you layer it onto black cardstock, you won't need to cut it out of black because the black will show through. So we'll start with this one. This little Dracula piece, I've already pulled out all of the extra little pieces because I'm not going to need any of those. And I'm going to layer this right onto my card. This card is actually 6 by 9. Normally I make the regular A2 size card, but this time I made one just out of a piece I had sitting by my desk because it doesn't really matter if it fits in an envelope because this is going to be mailed in a padded envelope. And once again, either the phone will ring or my dog will bark during a video. I should just plan on that. I did move the phone. I can't really control the dog, I don't think. I could have shut the front door. Oops, need a little bit more adhesive under there. Okay, so I just attached this straight to black. Now all your black is going to show through. So next what I did, and I'm going to do this straight on the card. Normally I would do something like this, you know, off the card onto a little mat, but this can just look as grungy as possible. It's Halloween. So I took some Stampin' Up! Ink, black ink, and I took a little sponge dauber, and I just kind of scruffed around the edge, and I tried to make it look really messy. Not trying to make it look nice because it's Halloween. So it's really scruffy looking, and we're going to add some little dots after I get to this part. Nothing pretty, just Halloween-y, scruffy looking. Is that a word? Halloween-y, scruffy looking? Probably not. Okay, and then I just tried to come in here and kind of just form a little bit of his face. There. I think that's it. So there's that step. Really easy. And then I took a little dot stamp. This is one of those dowels by Judith. And I went around because it just needed something extra. And then I stamped it twice. Normally I would go back in and ink each time, but I wanted it to have some faded looks. I see a spot I missed with the sponge dauber, so I'll come back with that right there. Need a little bit more ink right there. And we'll come in and add some little dots there. There. Okay, I think that's pretty scruffy looking. So we'll call that good. So that step is done. Fast and easy. I don't normally like creepy, scary, ghouly Halloween. I prefer cute Halloween, but this is for my grandson, and my grandsons are getting at an age where they probably aren't going to like cute Halloween much longer. So I thought I would do scary Halloween. So I'm going to take some Scotch Quick Dry, and then with the pieces I cut from the red, I'm going to use them in the negative space and just put those right in there. Normally I do cards with pop dots and I pop things up, but this one I wanted to keep simple, and I just wound up making it flat and just sort of added a little bit of dimension to it with the bling eyes and the glossy accents on the teeth, and thought it was scary enough looking. He's only 6. So I'll give one to my 7-year-old grandson too. Okay, so that's what I put for the little bow, just the negative pieces out of the red. And we'll add a little bit here. I should probably learn how to just add that music into the videos, then I wouldn't have to talk and stumble all over my words as I'm trying to do this and think at the same time. Alrighty, so this is supposed to be like the inside of his cape. I'm not sure if it looks like that, but that's what it's supposed to be. And we'll add a little more right there for his teeth. I initially did these white, they didn't really show up, and then I added a little bit of yellow, and that didn't look good either, so I decided I'm just going to make them red. That's kind of vampire-y looking. Okay, so there's that step. And then I took the Beware. Now I cut this out of 4 inches. This was cut at 1 inch because the A is bigger than the rest of the letters. You probably would have to adjust that if you're doing an A2 card, but for this size card, this one that I cut at 6 by 9 and then folded in half, that's the size that worked the best. So just layered it right here onto my red cardstock, and then I just tore the bottom edge to make it just a little bit more creepy looking. And then I just took some black ink, going to ink those edges. Whoops. There we go. Around the edges, and there. Okay, so there's that. And I'm going to attach that with my ATG gun. And I'm going to put that right there. Okay, so for the next step, I'm going to make it look really creepy. So for that, I just took some white pigment ink and a sponge dauber. This is Color Box. This is actually basil paper. It has a texture to it, and so it really made the white messy looking, which is what I wanted. Normally, if you do it on flat white black cardstock, it might not come out quite as textured looking as this one did. This one almost looks like it's got like a fog around it. It's really messy looking, which is what I was hoping for. So I'm just going to scrub this all over, not being at all neat, as you can see. And just kind of making it look creepy and messy, and that's it. That's all I did. It took a couple seconds. So there's the white. And then, moving on, I set the little eyes, which are the creepy part actually, I think it's creepy, with my eye rock. And so I used the green out of the little multicolored pack, and I'm going to put those right there where that little dip is. Okay, so the eye rock, just turn it on and hold this little button down, and it takes about 15 seconds or so for it to get hot. Once it gets hot, you just hold it on there for a few seconds and it will set these little rhinestones. They've already got an adhesive on the back, so hold that on, and then we'll see if it's getting hot enough. You just press it down, and the heat from on the metal tip will melt the adhesive on the back, and you'll feel it kind of slide around when it starts to adhere, and then you know it's set. Come over to this one. And there we go. Okay, so there's his eyes. I just have a piece of folded aluminum foil that I would just stick that tip in there, because I'm sure I would burn myself if I had that just sitting out hot like that. Okay, and then I took glossy accents, and we're going to make the teeth shiny, because that makes them even more creepy. Oh, great. Big old blob. It's a good thing I keep... There we go. Good thing I keep Q-tips really handy. I should have cleaned that tip before I started. I think I did that on the last video. Forgot to clean or poke out the tip first to make sure it was flowing smooth. Live and learn. And maybe I'll do it again on the next video and forget again. Who knows? Okay, so when that dries, right now it looks like a little bit of a milky color. But when this dries, then it will look like this one, where you can see that it's shinier. Need a little more adhesive right there. And so there are the two cards. I moved my camera, my tripod's at a different length, so hopefully this was actually all in the video. I'll see when I look back at it. So that's it. Quick, easy Dracula card using 2 Cricut cartridges. Thanks for watching. Bye!